Welcome back to Skyward Sword. Today we are tackling the best dungeon in the game, the Ancient Cistern.
You mean the fish hand door here?
The fish mouth.
Ooh.
Great, that's another reference I didn't notice before that I notice now.
What?
God damn this game. There have been a few temples that were either in a fish's mouth or opened with a fish's mouth.
I don't know why he bought that. Like he's scared. It's like, I've been in like 50 temples. This is fine.
And this one's kind of a breeze.
Maybe actually shrugged.
Yeah. So this is the Ancient Cistern. It has a lot of Buddhist imagery, which I really like. It's a really pretty temple.
Well, they definitely push like the Eastern philosophy with the water dragon and all that, so might as well keep it going. And looks like there's a phoenix up there.
Kind of. Can't remember if it shoots fire.
So, is this... I mean, are you going to be jumping from lily pad to lily pad, kind of a Majora's Mask reference here?
In a couple places. Main thing I need to do is just find a small key. The big room in the middle, help I'm gonna chew, is of course locked, and that's kind of the hub of this one. This big room is the hub, and that middle room acts as kind of an elevator.
Okay. Oh, crap. That reminds me of the time I went swimming and I got trapped under a bunch of inner tubes and almost drowned.
Wow.
That is how I escaped.
Skyward Sword, a feel-good LP.
Yep. I love how these events that are completely random remind me of my childhood. We got swallowed by a three-headed snake. That reminded me of high school.
The lily pad was that cutscene was mainly to show you that when you jump on the lily pad, it flips over, which will be important for puzzles later. Now, this lock right here is the first of its kind. I didn't know what the trick to this is. Apparently, it's a trick for the whole dungeon. You're supposed to look around the big middle statue to find it. I just thought Konami code. Turns out it's right.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I thought it was just the point of just slapping it around. Which has been seemed like the point through this entire game.
No, it's just up, down, left, right. And there you go.
That is the dumbest spider ever. And it flattened itself, apparently. I think it's silly when something gets hit where it's like, wait, I'm confused. I can't defend myself anymore. Now, if I had to look, does this utilize it like a hook shot? Because there's like hooks at the bottom of these things?
Something to that effect. It's not the hook shot itself, but it is something that operates on a similar principle. It's more like the, what was it called? The hook claw from Wind Waker.
Okay.
But it's specifically a weapon that has also been in the portable games.
And it looks like they actually do injure you, too, by touching them.
Yeah, they are spiny.
What a wuss. It punked me! And that didn't hurt, of course. Slamming face first, spiraling into a metal doesn't do it. Touching a thorn, ow! This doesn't hurt.
It's underwater, they'll probably rot it away.
That didn't hurt.
A lot of this game is underwater. You could kind of consider it a water temple. I do, if only for the sake of suggesting that water temples don't have to be inherently bad. Because I like the design of this. There's never a point where it's a major pain in the ass. The only times where it gets kind of tricky is that swimming underwater naturally is kind of floaty. Because Dumple has to take a while to turn. And when I'm trying to jump out of the water, if I hit the side of the wall, he gets a concussion and I have to wait.
I don't think the camera system ever, for the 3D ones, ever really worked that well for swimming. I think that's always been kind of the problem.
Might be. On the other hand, fountain elevator. So.
Vaguely Sonic or Mario-ish.
This is just a really gorgeous dungeon, and overall it's kind of a breeze.
I like the sounding of you can hear the kind of monkish bells being played and all that, so heavy Buddha emphasis here.
There's a big emphasis on ambiance in this.
It makes me think it's this gorgeous temple. How did it get so full of monsters?
The implication is it's all Girahim. It's just him.
Monsters in here. I just imagine him doing that just for no reason. Monster in here. Why not?
I'll give you a tale specific to the dungeon item. Ho ho. Hey, time for a fight. This one's a bit different from the other Stealthos we fought. You'll notice he has 4 arms.
And the other arm's like, I don't want to be here. You get to fight, you're stupid.
They need motivation first. I think beating him up would be that motivation.
It'd be funny he's blocking with that sword, and then you're just, like, locked with him, he starts slapping in the face with the other hands. Oh, no. Those, don't slap with those.
Those are Warhammers. Wonder if the bomb will work on it, though. Yeah, it does.
It worked on you.
It worked on me. This is where it gets a little bit tricky, because sometimes he blocks all 4 sides and you have to stab, and my Wii Remote is not that responsive.
You know, it can be, it's not said too often about these games, but this is actually a badass skeleton enemy.
Yeah.
It's just like, are you really sucking this bad?
Yes. He moves pretty quickly.
He does seem to be very deliberate in his swings, though, so he's probably easy to predict when he attacks.
Yeah. He does that kind of thing where if you hit the sword, he will almost inevitably choose to attack you then. He's not exactly vulnerable when he's doing that. Unless he uses the shield bash, which I'm a dumbass and I don't. But usually you just jump out of the way.
Whop! That was hilarious! Just completely ruined the cool image of it. This derp-de-dee-derp to slip.
And here is the dungeon item. I can't think... Oh, yeah, this was in the Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks games, too. It's the whip.
Wow. Indiana Jones kind of reference going on. I like how it has like a fencing handle, too, for some reason.
Yeah.
Just in case you have to guard someone else trying to whip you. But just the hand. There's a purpose to that, I know it.
This is kind of a fun item. If only my Wii Remote would cooperate with me. What you mainly have to do is just flick it in one direction and flick it back. And that's mainly how the whip works.
Spoiler, you just fling your hand around like a Twilight Princess, it just makes things work.
Well, it's deliberate waggling, not just swinging it back and forth.
You know, in hindsight, if you took all this time to put monsters in here, you should have taken away the one weapon that allowed you to travel through this temple. Not telling him how to be a bad guy or anything, but he seems kind of bad.
I imagine Girheim just came and looked around and thought, this needs skeletons, and he's out.
Or he looks in here, he sees the whip, he's like, too tacky, moving on.
Now this looks like the key door to the boss, and I missed that. I don't know how.
It looks a little bit like a toothbrush. Anyway, moving on.
Interesting thing, that's sort of a unique boss door, because aside from the very first boss door we saw, usually there's either no pattern at all or a slight pattern you can see. That one, it looks exactly like what it's supposed to look like. Now that right there, I think, is a reference to a Japanese, either Shinto or Buddha tale of greed.
Son Goku. It's about Son Goku trying to jump
No, it's not about
hand.
Goku.
Not that Goku. I'm talking about. There's the actual story.
Or Adventure to the West, or
Yeah.
East, whatever it is.
It would make sense. He's trying to leap from his hand and couldn't make it because it's Buddha.
I just know it's this level in general not only uses the Buddhist imagery, but the Buddhist morality imagery, because that was a reference to a tale of greed, where if you were to swim up to the rupee, it's an obvious trap and it would close in on you. I think either the developers were expecting you to forget this, or it was just kind of players to know what they're doing. If you did the spin dash, you would get the rupee anyway, and the story of morality would be for naught.
It'd be funny the more the story morality is every time you kill an enemy, you see the Buddhist temple like shake its head.
just disapprovingly.
Yeah.
How dare you? And look, there's 2.
Get out of here, heathen. It's a sucky hand, and you kind of faked it. I was like, oh wait, oh.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Now it's clenching it in frustration.
Be funny if instead of the head just shaking in disapproval, it shook its fist at you.
Gotta get back here kind of thing. Why, you rotten kids? Oh, that's weird.
Dungeon's opening up to us. And you can see how my remote is out of alignment.
I like more of these levels where, like, this when you transform into a frog or something. With the Link hat on. And the shield's crushing it. You couldn't shrink that part, too!
I think this game would be even more of a pain in the ass if you transformed.
Well, I kind of like that about Majora's Mask, that you had to kind of take a transformable element into each dungeon and area, so...
Well, Majora's Mask did it right. I don't know if this game would.
just the expectations that way.
That's always satisfying.
I was about to say you completely missed, but whatever.
I stabbed it at the very edge of its ass. That hurts. So
It sounds like it hurts.
I don't have to hit anything major. I just have to hit the damage quotient.
I like the carp that they have there.
Yeah.
Like it got too fat and it couldn't fit in its paw anymore. It's like, help!
It's kind of a relaxing temple.
Except for that.
Can't steal anything from him. Too bad. He needs to die.
So you can use the whip to actually take things away from people.
Very few of them. Like, you could use it to steal those horns, which we usually just find in chests for some random reason. But we do use it a little later specifically to get through the dungeon.
Because, you know.
Because, you know.
just need them.
That's why they hide them in treasure chests, because you keep stealing them from people. Only now Dumple comes along and he does both.
Why do you even need this thing? To vandalize shop owners.
I also like how the goblin archers are extremely weak, so I could just do that, and they're dead.
I think you stabbed him, you just slapped him over there.
Yeah.
Ow, bitch!
If there's one annoying thing about this temple, I think it's this jump. You need to angle your swing just right to land on the switch, but your depth of vision isn't exactly obvious. Took me a couple tries.
And the camera kind of spazzes out when you're in midair, too, which never helps when there's a key jump.
Exactly, and I think the whip doesn't give you enough distance, so Dumple is kind of flopping. It looks like he's slapping against the wall as he swings, so it's hard to gauge. If anything, it took me less time than Ambisagras did.
Take that.
If I may call out his shitty gaming.
Fuck you, whoever you are.
First time I've referenced his LP here, it's gonna be the last.
Ah! Yay, hot tub!
More like a toilet. Like any toilet, let's jump in.
I don't want to know how you have fun, Thorn.
Did you see the Chew jumping after me?
Yeah. Looks like fun shit!
And now we're swimming in it.
Ew. The Buddhist toilet, that's even worse.
You'll notice this area is not quite so cheerful. We're basically in hell.
AKA a sewer.
Well, sewer levels.
Yep.
And I missed that, but this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Who ever does a sewer level right? Now that makes me curious. Poor guy. See, I'm the guy that usually just helps a spider get out of a pool, and you just encouraged it.
It died quickly. It was obviously drowning and in pain, but still.
Yes. But very quick pain. Merciless, overbearing pain, but still quick. My point is that he died, and he's murdered.
We're the hero. Yay.
I feel like that would hurt. If you jump from one side of the thing to the other, and you just hit the edge of, like, the... Aw. You had one job!
Look, as soon as I open the door, he forgets about me.
Haha, you'll never make fuck.
I guess he forgets about me because of the cutscene. That's
Oh,
the
hey,
main
Bert.
area.
Is this encouraging maybe the duality of religion? Oh.
I think it's more just religious imagery. I would like if it was about the duality of religion.
Welcome to Hell, Link! Not... Where I'm at full power! Now you actually hide in my hilt of my sword!
I'm gonna drown you. We'll see that area up close in a little bit. That's right under the main Buddhist centerpiece that we've been going to.
The Buddhist crotch zone.
Technically, it's its feet, as you'll see in a bit.
That's awful. And you really liked fish, or... I like how everything is a fish, pretty much. Is that his hand?
Is what?
Like his hand was at the top of the temple there. And it's good that he came out of fish vomit there.
It could be.
Now, is the thought here that the temple flooded, like, after something, or was it always flooded?
Well, there is a sewer system, so I'm guessing it was specifically made that way.
Or maybe the plumber's just not doing his job. I'll get to it next week.
If there's one reason I don't like this room, it's because my aim is really shit.
So it's more of a you blame yourself, that's why I don't like it.
Yeah, this room isn't hard to figure out. You do have to look around a bit and think about it.
Which I hope you'd be doing in a game like this.
Yeah.
I like how close you got to the thing for it to touch it. It's like, touch my tongue?
I need to do that so I can get underneath it.
Apparently he can't swim otherwise. Alright, the thorns are in the way.
Yeah.
Couldn't you just cut them? Nope, the sword's completely stuck. Hey, boy! Been lonely down there. Oh,
Give me a hug!
why'd you kill my neighbor?
I owed him money. Hey, thanks.
I hated those assholes. I like how the thought process is they puffed themselves up with air somehow underwater. That makes sense. I feel bad for that. Hi, cat in half.
You don't know how bad his breath was?
Can't be any worse than the fish vomit. See, again, I have a bad habit of making enemies look innocent.
Not gonna work on the Babas. I'm sorry.
It looks kind of happy. To die, I don't know. What was that?
Okay, what was that?
That was enthusiasm. You made it there. Yay, I made it on top of the... Oh, God. There's not enough cool reactions for Link here. That would really suck if that fell off that thing.
Might as well just leave. I can't go further.
It kind of sucks that you had to get a tool to do basically what a rope does. That was bad aid moment number 16. Is that a beard?
I think it's hair.
On what?
I don't know. But hey, four-winged bird with a long tail. And I forget how to stab it correctly.
It wasn't even attacking, it's like, look at his tail. Oh, okay. Stab it in the asshole, apparently.
What the fuck?
Come on. Give up, bird. What are you gonna do? Oh, it's gonna be joined by its friend, I see.
Let's hope not.
Why are you killing a phoenix?
Because fuck it, that's why.
It seems very pitiful to pull a bird down to the ground and slap it around with a sword. That is just pathetic, Thorn. Killing an innocent creature. Like that spider baby. Look at his dancing. Like it's crazy, like, oh boy, food, oh boy, oh boy! And apparently this temple, although ancient, has a plumbing system. Which is really odd.
Not the most efficient means of travel.
But the water looks cool, at least.
Yeah, it does. How is this not working? See you later.
Wait, no, this is not water. He's drowned the temple.
This is how we get down to that chest. But you'll notice, his little block toes are blocking it.
Looks like we gotta call the Mafia to break some toes. Looks like they call that giant red dude to do something wrong. I'm sure that'll fix it. I came to save the... blows it up. Hey, look what I did! I just love him to randomly show up, just like smash his way through the ceiling, fall to the ground, and like, anyway, moving through the temple.
Just want to say hi.
Yeah. I'd point it out, but I feel bad for you.
What?
Can't help it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's creepy. Just notice that's a face. And it has teeth.
And those are zombies. These are cursed goblins, basically this game's version of the Redeads. They have a lot of health.
Did he do that screaming thing?
No, they do that humping thing.
Okay.
What you need to do is just slap them around until they get on their back, and then do the finish attack, just to get rid of them quickly. Otherwise, it takes a shit ton of hits to kill them. And usually it's these guys that give you that cursed, or the evil crystal we got in the last part.
The dark crystal, if you will.
Dark crystal, whatever it is.
I was calling it dark crystal because of that Muppet movie. Oh, there we go.
Also, we could drown them, if I angled it
Which
correctly.
makes no sense.
Yeah.
Breathe that and wait.
I think there's some rupees back here. No, it's the way forward. Works for me.
At least these things don't do, you know, those fear scream things. I feel bad for them. I can't stand. Look at those skeleton hands.
This is some really creepy imagery. I like it.
I feel like this is like the demoted architect. Or just, won't put you down at the bottom level. I'm gonna make things look like hell then.
So I'm on fire. It goes out. Don't even care. And of course there are butterflies down here.
That'd be so weird to be like walking around like, there's a hell cave down there. Why is a man playing a harp and running around? Time to do some art. Time to do some art.
Which one should I draw this time? I'm gonna do an ass.
A phallus.
It's supposed to be a heart.
Or a fish with a bottom lip.
Somehow the game recognizes it, so...
I like how he did that, all despite the fact he had tons of heart anyway.
I wanted to show it off.
Oh, of course. I'm sure it was a mistake, but okay.
Yes, I was drawing a rupee and it came out like an ass.
He just shrugged when,
You notice the lily pads are withered here too.
We flipped out, there was a spider on there, not a skeleton. Zombie spiders! Wait, they don't have skeletons.
They have exoskeletons.
Yep.
Which are what they look like anyway, so it wouldn't look any different.
It's vomiting Aku. Vomiting on Samurai Jack.
Oh, my brain.
That just looks like it's grinning. Hey.
And that's how we get to the bomb, which we will use the beetle to use on this block, which I haven't shown yet, but is blocking our way.
Would it be an instant kill if you fell into that red liquid?
Could be. If anything, it would hurt you.
It's like Kool-Aid, I don't know why. Don't touch my cranberry juice!
This is for the Thanksgiving.
And you blow up your bug, never to be used again.
Aha, I'm invincible.
And made it back faster than it did getting there, that makes sense. Did the music kind of... I can't tell from listening to this, but did the music change to some kind of evil version of the upper level?
I think it's its own theme, but if anything, it is like just deep, creepy drones.
I feel bad for the people that pray to this temple, where it's just like, did you make your bed this morning? Fuck, I gotta go to the hell temple, don't I? Yep.
So I could jump onto that big spinning thing, but it leads to spikes, and that would hurt. So we need to reverse direction.
Which leads to electricity, oh. Oh, that doesn't seem as bad. That leads to wall. Which again, doesn't hurt.
If you were to try running on that thing, you would never be able to make it to the end. And I have tried.
But you'd be in ridiculously good shape.
He's a trained knight. He's already in good shape.
I like to imagine when he's running at some point, he holds his side because he has a cramp. Oh god, ow, ow.
Enthusiasm hurts.
I like how you're so impatient that despite the fact that it's rotating as fast as it is, you're still like, I'm gonna climb towards it, huh?
Unlike the world's worst speedrunner.
And no fast forward in this shit, we'll just crawl faster.
And with that, we can, I think, just about get out of here.
And by out of here, I mean we kill a boss. Eventually, I assume.
Eventually.
Squish!
We need to get the boss key, but this guy's toes are in the way, so... What we're doing here is mainly figuring out a way to get back down here without using the elevator. And this is our way through.
God, they throw skeletons down here? What kind of fucking temple is this?
We use that so we can get back up to this platform if we need to.
I assume this is some kind of form of catacomb within this temple, where they just put all the dead bodies there. But I don't know why they don't bury them, just put them in a pile down there. Are Buddhist murderers?
I don't know. I do know this is a... I don't know if it's specifically Japanese or Buddhist, but it is a story of a man, I think, climbing out of hell with, just on a string. And it's another tale of greed, because as people are climbing up after him and trying to, like, I think he's shaking them down, or they're trying to grab him and pull him down. I believe by the time he gets back up, Vishnu is just like, fuck you, and it's all for naught.
As soon as he gets back to the top, I made it gets punched in the dick by Vishnu. That hurts so much.
I think Vishnu is Hindu, but I can't think of any Buddhist gods.
Vishnu
Oh, they don't have any Buddhist gods, it's all Buddha.
Yeah, it's Buddha.
They're an atheistic religion. I always forget that.
Yay. You're thinking Hindu, by the way, for Vishnu.
Hindu. Yeah, I said that.
As soon as you said that, I had to think about it. I'm like, wait.
I think Buddha was just at top, just like him, just looking at him and frowning and shaking his head.
Is that a tongue?
Or
I can imagine him after that whole situation with the string thing. He's looking down and kind of shaking his head, going, "Where did Vishnu come from?"
Thorn, you need to learn your world religions.
You should have just said, like, remember when Thor did that? Good times. And
There's the key.
looks like a man. It looks like a chair.
It's one of the few keys that actually goes into the keyhole, obviously. And that was hard.
I know. I like this presentation where it's like, figure this challenge out. Okay, bye.
We just sit here and watch them get crushed.
All right.
What do I care? They're already dead.
I wasn't. I was just dirty.
And the room with the bus door is right here. Just need to take some extremely fun elevators.
It's a surprisingly, as you mentioned, convenient little temple where it kept things pretty short and sweet, I guess.
It's nice and compact.
And clearly thought behind it, too.
Yeah. I like this temple, and it's a good temple. Don't screw this one up.
There are many like it, but this one is mine. I love when they do red highlight text. Look for the key! That weird shape thing you picked up could be a key. Yes, thank you.
Now, unlike some of the other ones, boss key doors, this one looks like a lily pad, so the way it's supposed to be is the one that looks like a lily pad stem.
Wow, someone had mercy.
Yeah. And it still took me a second to figure it out. Just wait, does the Buddha head go in front? I can see through.
Gotta add that in there. Hallelujah. Wrong religion. Oh, sorry.
I don't think this temple knows what religion it wants.
Let me put it at the very top. There's a Vishnu statue just shrugging, like, I don't know why I'm here.
Behind him, God, but the Jewish God is just sitting there, smoking a pipe.
With that gangster cross arm pose. Buddha had a neck this long. Don't you know about Giraffe Buddha?
Some health, if I need it. I don't. I didn't need it when I got that ball, but...
I really just wanted to draw a peach.
It's boss fight time.
Apparently the best boss.
Oh yeah. Of course we need Girheim to present him to us.
I like a pull on my ass. You took way too long. Felt like he's like, thumbs up, okay. This just feels... Speaking of Muppet movies, this feels vaguely like Labyrinth.
You know what I'm in the mood for? The best boss fight of all time.
Whoa!
We are at Visceral... Vishnu, whatever he is. Who's the one with all the arms? I think it's specifically Hindu.
Hindu? It might have been... I'm trying to think who that is.
Well, you keep thinking about that. I'm gonna explain why this boss is so cool. We dismember it.
I believe if this is going to be, though, Buddhist religion like Japanese one thing, I think it's Ashura.
Someone in the thread will correct us.
Yeah, please.
All you need to know is take the whip, dismember it, and then go have fun with the sword.
What makes this one the best one, in my opinion?
Because it's just so damn darkly comedic. I'm taking this thing's limbs apart and wailing on it, and this alone is just an interesting design. It's kind of fun. It gets even better in the second round. So I just got to repeat this. It's not too tough of a boss fight. I like the design. I like how you have to fight it. It's kind of bleak.
Music's really cool.
Wonderful music. I don't think I noticed the music when I was fighting, what's-its-face? The scorpion thing. But I definitely noticed it here. And a mixture of fighting this guy, which was really fun, and the music made me realize, wow, this boss fight rules. Alright, round 2, now it's gonna get fucking awesome.
Everybody looks like he's like, I give up, I give up. I'm not kidding! I am a god arm.
Fuck that shit, let's grow some legs. And whip out some swords.
And cage off my weakness.
This is where the boss fight gets awesome.
I like he tried to run away like, fuck no.
So I got this guy chasing after me. He's not hard to keep away from, but his swords do hurt, and they have some range. So I need to do the same thing, but in a callback to Wind Waker, I can use that sword against him.
I was about to say, you better be able to pick those things up.
I can pick them up and wail on him with his own sword, and at this point, I was literally laughing playing this. This looks so damn bleak and dark, and it's hilarious. I'm using its own weapon against it, and it looks so helpless.
And you're Okay, I didn't want to kill you that bad. Where's my other sword? Damn it.
I'm not even joking. I was literally laughing while playing this.
Was it kind of an enjoying laughter or more of a ah ha 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 ha?
Mixture of both. There's something darkly comic about this fight. And it's really fun. So, best boss fight ever.
We are basically killing a statue of a god.
With its own weapons.
It's kind of sacrilegious.
Also, this is a joke. I can just spin attack and they're dead.
Well then.
Second line of defense, my ass.
Yo, I should lift my arms at some point.
And I know some people thought this boss fight would have been, like, really great if it didn't take so long. You guys just suck at this fight. I can literally just, as soon as he's done swinging his arms around, I don't need to dismember those arms. I can walk right up to him and take out his legs. This boss fight is not that hard.
It does some pretty cool effects with the material around you, though. You actually see it break apart and all that stuff like that. That's pretty nice.
You kind of need to do that in order to get healing items, too. So yeah, I just called out everyone who took forever on this fight. I'm pretty sure I took him out a lot faster than most people did.
So ha!
So,
I like how it forms that circular shape, like it's the sun or something.
just everything about this boss is cool. And the music is appropriate for this one, because it's epic. I don't know how I dodged that.
It was just meant to be Thorn. Okay.
Oops.
You can't sword fight him, apparently. Oh, damn it. I guess it doesn't matter. Ow.
That's the ultimate leg sweep.
I think it's just like, I'm so sorry. Dumple, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's creepy.
That's pretty damn creepy.
If you pick up its helmet and put it on, you're like, yeah, I won.
Like some Invader Zim moment.
Victory!
By the way, that was the best boss fight ever. If I haven't said it enough.
Here's the part. It all goes downhill from here.
Yeah.
Before you try to stick... You know what? You can hide bombs in your bag. Aw. The sword is awesome. Ooh, heart. Oh, back to sword.
I still want to keep this sword.
Before you can hit it in your hilt somehow. Who needs keys?
No, take it through. Fine.
What a waste of resources.
It really is.
Are we gonna get some more insight to possibly where Zelda is now?
Nope, now we get a sacred flame to temper our sword. Zelda will have to come later.
Oh, this sounds more interesting, honestly.
Yep. Cutscene time. And more of Fee being weird.
Oh, that flame gets me excited to dance!
She does something even weirder.
That's a cool looking flame.
That's pretty cool. The color of the flames all correlate with the goddess they're supposed to represent. And this is what Fee does.
I got too close to the flame.
She tempts it and becomes it.
Oh, wow. Ow.
And then she does this. It's kind of a Spider-Man pose there.
Or a Solid Snake pose.
Yeah.
Stop shooting me!
Ready your sword.
Ah, it's green.
And now our sword changes into something a little bit cooler.
It'd be funny if it turned to a small sword. Like, oh, come on.
No, it actually gets bigger. And now it's a little bit tougher and can attack a little bit farther.
You put in your hilt, it rips it in half because you didn't fix the hilt. You're like, shit. To the shop.
I'm surprised that doesn't happen. The hilt doesn't change.
That would crack me up. It just ripped his... He swung it around, it just ripped his sleeves off. Okay, it was longer than I remembered.
Now for something else a bit familiar.
Whoa.
We get a mark of a Triforce.
That was neat!
That was kind of warm.
I don't know why I had to touch fire to do that.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Sorry, I'm busy stretching before my dance. Yeah. Alright, so definitely worth it to make the sword better for some reason. Now you can kill the flamboyant guy faster, I suppose.
A bit faster. Usually, in general, it takes about one less hit than usual.
Does it cut through, like, armor better?
Well, there isn't necessarily armor to be cut through in this game.
Everyone just wears normal clothes.
Yeah.
You can't make it past my armored soldier in his denim.
Well, denim and weird leopard print underwear.
I don't know why they chose to do that.
And that's like a big part of their character. They're obsessed with leopard print underwear.
I really don't want to open Miyamoto's drawer.
There's no clothing in there, just weird shit.
Just a small Italian man tied up. I told you I don't look like him! I'm suing you. Then why did you kidnap me? Hoi, 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 hoi.